What changed my mind initially, so, it's stink bug season, you guys. So, the very short answer is yes. Under certain conditions, I do think it's possible to have a relationship with your narcissistic parent. However, deep down, I know in my heart that it's not aligned with my best self and best life, and so on a soul level, the answer is no. And I'm going to explain both sides of the conversation throughout this video. And I encourage you to, if you agree or disagree, share your thoughts down in the comments below, because this is a conversation that's super close to home, close to heart, and I know that we all feel pretty passionately about it. So first, why I say technically yes. And that is because I believe that we can do anything we want to do. If you say it's very important for you to have a relationship with your mom and you set your willpower up to do that, then you can. However, it would mean a huge expenditure of energy on your part. Other things that I think would help include a lot of space from your narcissistic parents, so not living with them, and maybe taking some time for no contact before building a relationship with them, so that you can kind of get out of the fog, which means fear, obligation, and guilt, and get to know who you are, what you like, be able to come into the relationship with a fresh set of eyes and see your actions for what they are, and know your triggers so that they don't just happen and you lose it. I did build a pretty okay relationship with my mom in my past. It was after my rock bottom and before I discovered what narcissism was. It's important to note that I was not living with my mom at the time, so I had some space away from her and could dictate when I saw her. I had more control over my life rather than her having total control over me. When I was living with her, it was not possible at all. Actually, I turned into someone who I totally wasn't when I was living with her. I would get into arguments and literally flip over glass tables. I stabbed her tire one time with a knife. Did things that totally weren't me. And another thing that I did during this time was adopt a Pollyanna attitude, perspective, and that means that I only focused on the good things and I totally ignored the bad things. So this helped because I had been totally absorbed in a toxic life, and I needed to just believe that life was good, that there was I think that this served a purpose for me in my life, but done over a long amount of time can make you, in this case, just accept abuse and imbalance in your relationships and the love that you're giving and receiving, and yeah, it's not good long term. So everyone is different, but that's my argument for yes. If you feel that yes is the right thing for you, you want to build a relationship with your narcissistic parent, let me know why. I totally respect your decision. However, I'm going to move into why I feel I cannot have a relationship with my mom. What changed my attitude about having a relationship with her in the first place was learning what narcissism and Munchausen syndrome was, and learning so much about it and realizing that I don't want to enable her behaviors anymore. I know that the diseases are really sad. I feel bad for her, but I don't see them as excuses for the unacceptable ways that she treats me, that she treats others, and that she treats herself. And I want to make it known because she doesn't hear me. So I want to make it known with my actions that I am not okay with how she treats everybody. I'm hurt. I've been hurt a lot in my life, and I am not going to just put up with it anymore. All this time, my whole family just, you know, we get mad, we lose it sometimes and fight back, but for the most part, we reinforce her behavior by letting her get away with it. And I feel very strongly about challenging the family lie, about challenging this cycle of narcissism and abuse by putting an end to my engaging in it. Another reason is that the energy it takes to have the willpower to deflect the abuse and pessimism that is directed at you, and to be a part of a one-sided relationship, and to push down all of the old triggers and hurt that being in that relationship brings up within you, could be channeled into such better areas of your life, like growing and healing and chasing your dreams, or building relationships that build you. Lastly, I say no because I believe that my relationship with her is a huge reason why I totally lost myself. I learned to people please for 20 plus years, and it's taking me a while to find myself. So I think that maybe, you know, can't tell the future, if I feel so solid in who I am and in the future, I'll be able to be around her. But right now I know that if I were to hang out with her, I would need to control what I say and how I respond and just put on a front. And I'm actively trying to be the true bluest expression of my best self at all times, and be super creative and in the flow rather than trying to control and be who I think I need to be and validate myself and other people and all of this stuff that needs releasing in my life. So I think that being in a relationship with her makes that impossible, makes being yourself impossible, which to some people just sounds ridiculous, like you're always yourself, you know what I mean? But in a relationship with a narcissist, you're really not. You are for them, that you are who they need you to be. Thank you to the lovely human who commented this question on another video. You really inspired me. And thanks to you for watching. I really appreciate you being a part of my life and letting me be a part of yours. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Stink bugs literally fill my house up from September to like, no, I guess end of September to December. Oh my god. And they're everywhere. Like, one time I was pumping conditioner out, and I like, for some reason, like grabbed the conditioner cap from there and like pumped it like this, and when I scooped out the conditioner, there was a bug in it, and it was the most disgusting thing that's ever happened to me. Just kidding, probably not, but what am I talking about?